voting card.
Are you talking to me?
Are you being childish?
What do you mean?
The way you're behaving.
If you really want to know what is childish, you're hiding my trumpet. Now, that is childish.
I didn't hide it.
Who would steal a trumpet in Makutano? What for? Let's not argue about it.
Milk, milk, milk. Fantastic, majestic milk from the Baraka farm. You need all the help you can get with today's elections.
No, thank you, Maspidi.
But, Teacher Pendo, what have I done to him?
It's not you. It's me. I lost his trumpet and he's still upset about it. I'd do anything to get that silly thing back. I'll see you tomorrow.
And what about you?
Not today.
But you booked. Dude, check that out.
What?
Mama Mboga and the chief's wife are talking to the chief, and yet they're the agents of the former chief.
They always talk to Matano. All women always talk to Matano.
Dude, today's talking is not normal. There's something wrong. You gotta trust no one today, man.
Sharon, Ebu, come and listen to this one.
Hey, madam, can we please talk to you?
Talk about what? Mama Mboga, come. The ballot boxes have arrived. Why are they pulling us aside? We need to keep our eyes on those boxes.
Lady, I have nothing to do with no ballot boxes. We're suspecting you of electoral practices. Let's go and you talk to the returning officers.
Huh?
We saw you talking to the chief, yet he's supposed to have no side. What are you talking about? Hey.
Let us go and report.
Yeah, twende.
You're just standing here instead of going through the voters for a last-minute check.
When I'm Matata, you know it's illegal. They'll arrest me if they find me campaigning. And I don't want to spend another week with the chief and the wife. It was terrible. What do I have to do?
Give people 100 shillings when they approach the voting area and remind them to take lightning. Umeme.
But you remember me when you win.
You've got a big office with your name on it. Trust me.
Don't argue with me.
Hi, Patrol. All of us market women agreed to take the toll.
What is Hope going to do for us? A woman cannot argue well in parliament. You're going to take the pulp, unless I'm not Josiah. The Youth Development Modernization League Party is the way forward for our country and constituency. You heard KK talking.
We're not allowed to go beyond these barriers until the voting starts.
Actually, my dear fellow, Mama Mboga here was complaining about your presence at this polling station.
I am MDPP's agent.
I am for Democratic Allied Movement.
Then me, I'm from YDM. No, YDML.
Ah, you can be XYZ or ABC if you want. But people with your behaviors should not be allowed near the ballot boxes at all.
Ladies and gentlemen, as I informed you earlier, as long as you've been fronted by your candidates and your parties as agents at this station, you have every right to be here. Okay? So be on the lookout and report any form of irregularities.
We have our voter's card, we have voting age, we have our national identity card.
We are registered voters of this constituency.
So why don't you want us to be here sincerely, Mama Mboga?
Everybody knows about the behavior of this dog here.
Mama Mboga, this day, if they have the trust of their candidates, we have no say in that. Now, do we all agree that we've inspected all the ballot boxes individually and that they're all empty and have no discrepancies?
Yes.
Good. So, please sign here. Chief, we're ready to begin.
When somebody you've lived with and trusted for a long time does something like that to you, you might tend to lose confidence even in the people who truly love you and mean well for you.
At least, Dora, for you, someone listened and took action. For me, my father wanted me to keep quiet because the guy was a son to his boss. And even when I went to the police, they asked me what I was wearing at the time of the rape, and to even...
Florence, it is good you're sharing this with us. It's more harmful to keep quiet than to come out, because by coming out, we save a whole generation of young girls and women. We should educate the people that we are the victims and that being raped was not our fault.
The most difficult time for me was before I took the HIV test. I used to walk around like a zombie, thinking I was already dead.
Me too, I was so scared.
I know. But testing for HIV or any other infections after unprotected sexual experience is very, very important.
Kara, were you scared when you took the test?
Yes. Yes, I did want to at first, but I'm glad I did.
Ladies, if you're here for KK's free hairdo, then you're in the right place. Just remember to cross the X like this on the bulb for a free hairdo, yeah?
Mr. KK, I can't handle all these clients alone.
Excuse me, I'm bringing you business. Pace up. Ladies, if you're here for KK's free hairdo, then you're in the right places.
What are you doing?
Making these ladies happy.
During voting time?
Do you have a problem with that?
Yes, I do, and so does the elections law. I'll report you to the returning officer that you are bribing voters during elections day.
I'm not bribing voters, I'm just making them a free offer.
Then you'll explain that to Pendo.
Mrs. Mabuki, I've stopped. Ladies, if you're here for a hairdo, then I'm sorry you have to pay for it yourselves. But just remember to tick the bulb.
Mr. KK, you have to pay for what I've already done. I cannot go out there and look for all those women and asking them to pay.
Ladies, if you've already eaten his money, don't worry. At the ballot box, you will be all alone. And nobody will know whether you've crossed the bulb or whatever else. But just remember to vote wisely. And I am sure you will cross the bull.
So, you haven't found it yet? No, I tell you, she lost it on purpose. What? Nothing. The two of you just make me laugh. It's obvious. Don't you have an election to look after? Keeping the peace and all that? Yes, of course, but so far, so good. Everything is running smoothly. And that's because Matata supporters are not arrived yet. No, there can't be much. Hey, wait! You call for enforcement and messengers who are here on higher line. No one has that right. Honorable, one display for the group.
Kara, why did you lie to them that you took the test while you know you didn't? Kara?
I couldn't admit it, Stella. It's not easy.
But it's important. What if
I don't want to talk about it. I feel sick.
Kara, look, you should have truthfully told them that you're struggling with it so that those who haven't and want to can identify with you.
I know. I'll take it, I promise. Look, I have to go home and lie down. I have a headache. I'll talk to you later, okay?
Why haven't you voted until now? Huh? Me, your husband, have already voted. Who are you not to vote for Matata?
Aish, in the morning you were telling me, KK.
I changed my mind. I'm a human being. I can change my mind. Now go and take lightning. Umeme!
Hey, me, if I can't vote, hope I'm not voting.
You're going to vote the candidate of my choice. Unless I'm not Josiah.
Stop scaring your wife, you man. Why don't you come and force me to vote the candidate you want?
Where? Keep out of this.
Just because you've received a few cabbages from Matata, you want to bulldoze your whole family into voting for him?
They were not cabbages.
Now what happens tomorrow after voting? Will you be eating from his house?
Stop laughing.
Anna, you go and vote. If you vote for KK, Matata, Mabuki, Hope, no one will know. You let this one keep yapping. And when you come back, tell him that you voted for Matata and we'll see whether it will make him fatter. Josiah, you are a winner.
Do you know who I am?
Even if you are the president, the rules are very clear. You cannot vote without a valid voter's card and your ID. Now, you don't have none of those, so step aside for those qualified to cast their votes.
Chief, You're just standing there and let this happen?
Chief, vote. Wacha kutusumbua. You don't have a voter's card, so you behave.
Yes, you go home, get your card, then vote.
But Bwana Matata has been our MP for 20 years. How can you say you don't know him as a voter?
But he doesn't have his card. How will we know it's him unless he produces it at the polling station?
Matano, come and deal with this or I'll be forced to call the president.
Even the Pope cannot help you now.
I'm sorry, Bwana Matata. You just have to go back home and pick your voter's card.
But it is in my Nairobi home. You expect me to go there and come back in time?
Hopefully.
You, acting chief, you're playing with fire. Very hot fire. You'll pay for this. You're all going to pay for this. Hello?
Don't worry. Even if they have refused you to vote, I'll go in and cast the vote for you. That way, you haven't got any loss.
But how can they refuse me when they know me very well?
Boss, leave everything to me. Once this is off, no one will prevent me from casting a vote.
You better ensure that, or you're not going to get any penny from me.
That was very clever of you, Masbidi. You see, women should be allowed to vote for whoever they want.
Yes, and speaking about women, you might be interested to know that your soon-to-be hopeful fiancé, Teacher Pendo and Dr. Charles are becoming enemies.
Really?
Yes, today when I went to deliver their milk, I heard them arguing in a very bitter way about trumpet. That one, Dr. Charles says Teacher Pendo is hiding it, and Pendo swears she's not.
Ah, how interesting.
I think she'll love the person who finds it.
Pardon?
I think if you find it, she'll be in your debt, because she said she was willing to give anything to have it back.
Keep change. Now this is the time to bring back his good name.
But me, you have to add me more money, man. A big penny for cake, how do I just change?
Don't worry about money. There's more where this has come from. Since you have all not voted, I suggest you cast your vote for Mr. Matata. You'll be highly rewarded.
I already voted, but I made Anna vote, so I should have more.
Josiah, since you're the eldest, divide that money.
No, Josiah can never divide the money for anyone.
You guys sort yourselves out. I have this ink to remove.
Bring that money.
Go to hell.
And Anna, you're the last voter.
Now what?
The counting begins. Winston Mabuki. Harrison Matata. Winston Mabuki. Hope Baraka. Winston Mabuki. Harrison Matata. Hope Baraka. Hope Baraka. Kanta Kante. Winston Mabuki. Hope Baraka. Winston Mabuki. That's one tough day over.
You handled it really well, especially that Matata issue.
That was Fred.
Whatever the case, it was really well handled.
There seems to be a very tight race between Mabuki and Hope.
Oh, yes, of course. Wewe, weka radio tupate results kutoka stations zingine. Nini hii? Doka.
The elections have generally been free of violence and malpractices have been at unprecedented minimal. Results are slowly trickling in from the various constituencies, and the Electoral Commission should be able to announce the final results from some constituencies soon.
Results from Makutano constituency indicates that the race is especially tight between businessman and former councillor Winston Mabuki and the young politician and former chief Hope Baraka.
With the results just back from 3 polling stations of Kifefe, Matunda and Kigando, we can announce that Winston Mabuki is currently leading with a margin of 153 votes.
With all the results from the whole of Makutano constituency now in, we can reveal the final count. In 4th place with 2,720 votes is Kanta Kante.
In 3rd place with 3,940 votes, Honorable Harrison Matata. In 2nd place with an impressive 7,734 votes is Winston Mabuki, meaning that the new MP for Makutano is Miss Hope Baraka with an outstanding 10,680 votes.
I followed instructions. I gave the people money and told them to tick umeme, lightning, just as you said.
And?
And I think they didn't do like that.
So what do you want more money for?
Me, I gave everybody money. I didn't keep some for myself because you said you'd pay me better.
You should have paid yourself. I can't pay you for doing nothing. You go, or I'll take you to the police for election malpractice. They look at that bruised finger of yours and they know that you're trying to vote twice.
Pay for this one week. Congratulations, Madam Honorable.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you.
We are very, very proud of you, my darling daughter. And I always had faith in you.
Me too. I always knew you'd win.
You said that when a woman becomes member of parliament for Makutano, you are going to eat your heart. Now, do you want us to give you some biscuit or is it so that we go with it?
Well done.
Thank you. Hey, your mother just became member of parliament.
What is that?
Well, it's a very important job in government, which may mean we have to stay in Nairobi a lot. Would you like to go to school in Nairobi?
No, why don't you stay here with Daddy?
Congratulations, Honorable. I must admit it was a well-fought race.
That it was. Thank you, Mr. Mabuki.
When you're done with your celebration, please come into my bar for a drink. I had organized my victory party, but now that you've won, I'm happy to hand it over to you so we can celebrate together as a family.
Thank you. Diana, why don't you go and help your grandfather? Once this is all over, we can talk about Diana. I'm sure we can resolve the situation amicably.
I hope so. Because if not, I want custody. And I will take you to court if necessary.
I won't let you take her away from me.
We put a change right away.
I'm happy for your sister. It's amazing.
I know. I mean, I'm just so proud of her. Come on.
So, you will come back to see me?
Look, I think it's unwise for us to go on with any relationship. No, it has nothing to do with you, it's just me. I'm not comfortable. I'll see you sometimes.
Just like that?
Come on, I'll buy you a drink. He doesn't know what he's missing.
Hello, madam.
Washington, you frightened me.
Oh
my goodness, where did you find it?
Yes, it was in the bush right behind where I live.
Strange. I can't imagine how it got there.
Neither can I.
Anyway, never mind. I'm just so happy you found it, which is something I never thought I'd say. Is there any way I can repay you?
Yes. Maybe we can have a drink at the bar to celebrate.
Of course. I'll be right back. Let me take this chocolate child so that I can get him off my case once and for all.
It was only 300 shillings. If you behave like kids, you're going to be treated as kids.
If it wasn't for this dude refusing the money, none of this would have happened.
Gentlemen, the radio announced that the elections were very, very, very peaceful. Either if I'd heard of you, then I'm sure the announcement would have been different.
Doctor, it was not elections. It was theft. And Josiah was trying to steal from us.
It was 3 shillings.
Dr. Chapendo is in your office to see you.
Nurse, give these 3 gentlemen 2 injections each. At least I should reduce the pain they're crying about.
No, Doctor.
Oh, you found it.
And I brought it straight here.
Thanks.
Good. Now that that is sorted, I will go and celebrate with Washington.
Wait.
What? Now you want to give me a lecture about how I shouldn't have lost it in the first place?
No.
Well, let me tell you what. I've had enough of living next to you two. In fact, I think I'll move. Goodbye, Dr. Charles.
Depend on. Don't move.
Why? Give me one good reason why I shouldn't.
Pregnancy.